Let's talk about my honest thoughts for Marvel Rivals, and I have a lot to say. I was able to get into the alpha through a close friend of mine who is a bit too busy with work, so he passed over his alpha code over to me, and big shout outs to him. Thank you so much. And I was able to play the game quite a bit, and I even did a lot of exploring, and a lot of things caught me off guard and surprised me that why does a game that's in an alpha have all of this and a game and a bunch of games, not just Overwatch, a bunch of games that are actually fully released still don't have certain features. So let's not waste any time and talk about Marvel Rivals. Guys, I'm going to talk about the gameplay at the end. I think it's really important to understand the system, the user interface, the main menu, and the monetization, and from all the things that I'm seeing, the cosmetics, like these are the things that you're really interested in. That, okay, you know what, like any game can feel good. I can get into any game, but what does the world around that game look like from a systematic point of view? So that's why I'm here to talk to you about all of that. So let's not waste any time. First of all, I have to praise the art and design team that worked on this game. They have done a fantastic job with the visual presentation of this game. It has some of the cleanest looking main menu, and I'm not even saying this from a biased POV. I'm a huge fan of Marvel and everything. I'm actually a huge fan of superheroes in general. Kamen Rider, Marvel, DC, Overwatch. Superheroes are kind of like my thing. But man, I mean, just look at these like these presentations of like the battle pass, the mission tabs. This is just amazing. The hero tabs, like if you hover over a hero, they do like a little pose and everything. It's just so cool. And here, check this out, right? Look, like if you move them around a little bit, like it's kind of cute. And then look at this, right? I have a skin for Spider-Man, and it shows you that skin. That is just so cool, guys. So that is so cool. I'm going to come back to the heroes tab in just a moment. Let me try and speed this up and get you guys up to speed with what's going on in the alpha. Now, first thing is first, over here on the play tab, as you can see, we have 4 game modes: competitive, quick match, practice versus AI, 3 different difficulties, and the conquest mode. The conquest mode is basically like an arcadey game mode, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really try it yet. We might do that on a live stream, so do stick around for the live streams. And again, the visual presentation of all of this is so good. And maybe this is just a me thing, but the fact that you can actually see the entire nameplate or name card, in this case in this game, is amazing. Like in Overwatch, like, okay, here's what an Overwatch name card looks like. Look at the screen right now. And now I'm going to put it side by side against the Iron Man one. Which one looks better? Do I genuinely need to sit here? Like, what was Blizzard thinking? Like, oh, here's name cards, and half of them cannot be seen. In fact, I want you to look at half of these name cards. Look how you can barely see any of them. And now look at the ones in Marvel Rivals and how clean they look. This is the one for Iron Man, but there's a lot of other ones that I'll show you guys in just a moment. It's just ridiculous to me that Blizzard has not figured that out. So, thumbs up. Visual presentation on this game, graphics and character designs and art style and art direction is absolutely top tier. Now, moving on from the play tab, we have the home button. We have the overture, which is like a mini event in game. So what's going on over here is that you can have a creator clash, where if you play quick play and you run into a developer, you can unlock this galactic glory spray for free. It is this one, I think, and it's absolutely adorable. I hope I eventually run into it, and we get to keep this for free. Our data is not going to be saved outside of some things, which I will talk about, because there is one point that goes down for this game. I'll get to it in a moment. And invite codes, guys. If I get my hand on some invite codes, I will be giving them out, so stick around for the live streams and keep an eye out for them. Okay, now moving on, this is the battle pass. We have a week left of this game, and it is called Galactus Quest. Now in Galactus Quest, you can see that the reward previews is that permanently you would unlock a name card and a Scarlet Witch skin. So let me show you what the battle pass looks like. You have all the rewards over here, and I'm currently level 9. The other skins and all of these are not permanent, because again, our data will be biped, but because we're getting to test the alpha, they want us to grind towards something, and that is this name card that says Test Elite Alpha, and then the Moonlight Scarlet Witch skin, which looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, don't feel like you're missing out, because this is a basic just white recolor, and there will be more skins that come in the future. If you are worried that, well, they're giving away a recolor, what do the actual skins look like? Well, have a look at this. Check out this Spider-Punk 2099 skin. It looks absolutely amazing. Check out this Green Scar Hulk skin. Amazing. And again, Hulk has 3 forms. So he has Bruce Banner, Hulk, and he has the Abomination, or, Monster Hulk form. And then look at this Iron Man skin, 1872 Steam Power, Mantis with the Galactic Protocol Mantis habit. These are just amazing skins. He genuinely looks like a Kamen Rider over here. Shout outs to anybody that's a fan of Kamen Rider. I'm a big fan. And It's just amazing. This is what the emotes look like in the game. So World Breaker Hulk, a great way to present that. And check out these nameplates. Again, just crystal clean, absolutely beautiful nameplates, great art direction in them. You get to actually see the full nameplates when you wear them. Again, I just don't understand how, you know, Overwatch has some great nameplates, name cards, whatever you want to call it, and they're just barely visible. Again, look at these ones, and they will preview the entire thing. And then the Overwatch ones that I showed earlier, it's just so disappointing, right? Now I'll show you guys something really cool. In this game, when you are the MVP of a match or for your team, a special highlight intro plays. And guys, look at this. Oh my god. Holy crap, that is insane. And look at this Iron Man one. Dude, oh my god, that is sick. Like, think about the ones we've been getting in Overwatch lately, where they're just so still and there's barely any cool animations these days. And I mean, just look at this. This is great, right? Now we have some sprays, and the sprays are just, you know, cute in their own way, in their own right. And then we have the currencies. Now let's talk about the big talking point, which is the heroes, the shop, and how all of that is going to work. From what I understand, the heroes will be free and in rotation. So sometimes, you know, Bruce will be available as the tank and not Groot. Sometimes Groot will be available and Bruce will not be available. We don't know the full way the hero unlock system is going to work. And from what I understand, they might even be open to changing that entirely. So I heard another content creator talking about it, that they may consider just actually leaving all the heroes open for free, because they saw how Overwatch, you know, it backfired, so they might consider it as well. Okay, and then the store section. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm sure you guys can guess the prices by the initial two numbers, is we have 2,000, you know, unit skins, and we have 1,200 unit skins. So pretty similar to the Overwatch price system as well. Basically, 2,000 is, you know, $20, $20, 20 euros. And if you're like in the UAE like me, so this is basically like around 70 to 80 dirhams. And down here, the 1,200 you know, unit skins, they're basically really cool recolors. I will give them that. Like this Groot recolor is wow. Okay, and these are gonna most likely be the $10 skins. Now I will say this, there is no tab that gives us an indication of what the prices will be, and we can also not buy currency. Like if I click on this, as you can see, I cannot buy currency. Now as you see, the currency I do have 3,950. I earned all of this for free. So if initially they do allow us to earn a lot of currency for free to do whatever, like, you know, like if we want to buy skins, or we want to buy the heroes like one by one, I think that's a really good idea, because you know where you unlock these coins from? You get them through the Heroes tab. Now, let me take you to the Heroes tab over here. Check this out. And I mean, I have so much to talk about in here. This game does so many things right. First of all, you get the basic introduction of the hero, and there's great visual presentation. You know, he's a duelist. You get to see the cosmetics. So Iron Man 1872 Steam Power. You get to see the MVP highlight intros. This is the one that you guys have seen. And then, these, you know, this is the default one. I have the skin equipped from... well, okay, it's a bit bugging, but it is what it is. We have an emote where it's just, you know, a little system check. And then, you know, we have the sprays. Now, abilities, this is amazing. The presentation of the abilities is just top notch. And again, you could just go through everything one by one, and it is just so cool. And they even give you suggested combos. You can pause these videos and just read how to play the character. And I feel like something like this was desperately needed for Overwatch 2. Like, even if Overwatch 2 was basically the same game, if we could make it look different and feel different from the visual POV, it would help a lot. And this is just amazing. Like, shout outs to the Marvel Rivals team. I'm almost saying Marvel Snap, because I do play that card game, but you know, Marvel Rivals, great job. And this is amazing. They actually have a lore tab. So not only do they talk about the in-game lore of Iron Man, in this case Iron Man, and where he is right now, they give you a proper story to sit down and read. Like, look at this, look how much I'm scrolling. There's so much here, and it brings you up to speed with what's happening in the lore and the interactions. And I know I was talking about the units, I'll get to them in just a second, but I just cannot stop like being wowed by everything I see. Achievements. So over here you unlock like the cosmetics, like the spray emblems, the icons, the name cards, and look at this currency. You unlock currency by just playing the game. So if this is the feature that they initially planned to go down, that hey, what if we gave people the battle pass currency? What if we like rewarded it through the heroes and let them use it on battle pass, let them use it on, you know, characters, let them use it on the store? I think that's a fantastic way to go forward, Marvel Rivals. If anybody from Marvel Rivals is ever watching, that's a fantastic way to go forward. But at the same time, it could also be done in a way where people that are playing like 1 or 2 characters will immediately blow all of it in the store, and then they will have to spend real money to buy the battle pass or other heroes. Again, there could also be bundles in the future where you can just buy like a hero pack and unlock every Marvel hero for free. Paladins does something like this, and you know, it's all to your preference. So as long as it is made accessible and it is free to play friendly, and they hit the monetization like free to play friendly out the mark, I'd be more than happy to support this game financially. I only really support games financially if I think they respect the customer. And so far, again, we don't have a full indication just yet. And I know NetEase in particular has a little bit of a bad reputation, but I'm willing to give them a chance because I'm sure Marvel is now holding them at gunpoint that this game needs to be a success, because a lot of other Marvel titles have shut down or have not performed, which is really sad. So we've talked about, you know, the battle pass a little bit. Again, if you guys want to see what the battle pass looks like, so if I embark on a mission, you can see like I unlock currency, you know, I unlock a skin, and you know, I don't get to keep any of this. Like, this is just like a temporary experience. Most likely this will be like the game's season 1 battle pass or something, but you can see like, you know, what it looks like, and it just looks really nice. And they're all categorized like with the relevant items, all this currency. I don't know if at some point they'll replace the currency, because this is a lot of currency, you know. So I don't know how that's going to work, but the game does go up to level 30 right now over here, and that's where the Moonlit Witch reward is. So I am looking forward to getting it. Scarlet Witch is basically every Mercy and Moira player's power fantasy come true. And then you have missions over here where, again, just the presentation of the missions, you get even more units from them. The weekly missions that you can do, repeatable missions that you can do. This is just fantastic, guys. Like, again, no bias. Again, I'm not under any contract. I'm not shilling for the game. This is my genuine opinion because it really does look good. It's presented really well. Now, for the competitive side of things, I cannot believe that a game in its alpha has a create a clan system with customizable icons before Overwatch. Like, look at this. Like, these are different factions or clans. Okay, and we saw that Overwatch was supposed to get this back in, you know, the behind the scenes video almost 4 years ago. And you can create a faction and you can customize your emblem. You can choose any pre-selected emblem, or you can upload an emblem. And, you know, it has to be approved and has to be something appropriate. But you can even have your own customized emblems. So if you and your friends are just casual players, you just want to have some cool icons, you can do that. That's so cool, man. Like, how is this like a thing that Overwatch doesn't have? You know, I will talk about Overwatch because this is the game that's being like called the Overwatch killer. But there are some things in here, and look at this. Look at this tournament system. Right now, I'm not in a faction or something, so I cannot see everything, I think. But look at this. Like, you have the open qualifiers, the knockout stages, the sign up. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be like a plethora of information that piles up over here, which is, again, it's just like ridiculous that. And look at this, all the rules and everything in one area in the game. In Overwatch, you have to exit the game, open a website, open this, open that. It's ridiculous. And, you know, Overwatch's tournament system is in the Faceit client. It's not even in the Overwatch client on its own, which, again, is ridiculous that a game like this can do something like that, and it's in its alpha. And now I will talk about something that a lot of content creators are not talking about. Okay, guys, look at this. So this is my profile icon. I'm going to click on it. Like, you have your stats over here. I'm bronze 1. I'm washed, guys. Yeah, I'm bronze. It is what it is. Okay, you have your statistics, which is really cool. You know, there's some stuff in here that is 100% Overwatch inspired. Like, let's not play dumb. You know, there is a lot of stuff in here that's Overwatch inspired. For example, like the highlights tab. Like, guys, this is straight out of Overwatch. Okay, this is legitimately straight out of Overwatch. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, by the way, I got match MVP in all these games, and you know, I'm gonna show some gameplay footage in just a moment, but oh my god, like, this is out of Overwatch. And this history, though, now this is cool. Now, you know, a lot of games have something like this, and again, this is just presented nicely. This is what surprised me off guard. There is a functioning replay system in this game, in an alpha, and a game like Valorant doesn't have a replay system. Like, what is going on? Now I'm gonna throw some shade at Valorant because, you know, the memes about Valorant's you know, the fact that Valorant replay system isn't a thing. It's just hilarious. Again, moving on from highlights, history, statistics, overview, we have the leaderboard. So you just get to see like the rank of players and everything. It just is so cool. We see a lot of Overwatch and Valorant names here already. You know, we see people like 𝐒𝐈𝐈𝐓𝐄𝐇, Hydration, Hydron, Hydron, Space. A lot of Overwatch boys, you know, taking up the space here, which is no surprise because I'm not gonna lie, guys, when you see the gameplay footage I'm about to show you in just a moment, I was dominating games like crazy. Check out these screenshots over here. Look at my performance on Iron Man, on Doctor Strange, on Scarlet Witch. I've been destroying lobbies, and it just, if you're an Overwatch player, and I would even say if you're at least a plat or diamond player, you're gonna have a really good time with this game because a lot of people don't understand the fundamentals of a hero shooter and objective based game. So when you play against like these Call of Duty, Valorant, and all these like other players, they're completely lost. Okay, so we do have a bit of an edge, you know, coming into this game, and that's kind of why majority of Overwatch players are taking up the leaderboard. It's really good. Now I'm gonna put the gameplay background, the gameplay in the background of me playing, and I might even share my first official game right after this video. We might do a double upload today. So by the time you see this video, check out my, you know, first ever game. I did play Iron Man. I have a big soft spot for him and Spider-Man, but I am on 200 ping. And yeah, playing a melee hero on 200 ping just does not work. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man and Black Panther 2, but that ain't gonna happen, okay? It just ain't gonna happen. Now, from the gameplay POV, now as you're watching the gameplay in the background, like, what do I think of the game? How is it? How's the balance and everything? Now, I will not lie. I don't know if it's fair to say that the balance is all over the place, because again, we're all in the learning period, and it is a little bit disingenuous to sit there and act like, well, this is broken and that is broken. Like, for example, for the first 2 days, people thought that Scarlet Witch was broken because of her ultimate that can just blow up and insta-kill everybody. Until, you know, people realize that it takes Scarlet Witch almost an entire hour to do that ultimate, and you could just snipe her out of the sky and she won't be able to do that. So that's kind of the thing. It's like, it's a little bit disingenuous to say things like, well, this is broken, that is broken, because the developers are taking the feedback very seriously, and you know, we have to be a little bit careful. So I did play the game quite a bit today. I played the game for almost 8 hours, and I had a day off, so I really wanted to play this game. And you know, 8 hours, and I will say tanking in this game feels amazing. Now, enough of the DPS footage. Let me show you what tanking gameplay looks like. This is Doctor Strange, okay? And this is what a tank should feel and play like. Like, the space I'm controlling, I'm able to actually secure kills. The enemy respects me, they back up a little bit. Man, I feel like I can actually have an impact in the game, stay alive, and make plays. This is the thing I love about this game, is it actually feels like you're rewarded for making a play, and people that just stand around and react, they're gonna keep getting punished. And I hope they stay in this line and don't go down the Overwatch route. Because in my opinion, I would actually be completely okay if the ultimates and at least the ultimates were a little bit OP, simply because, like, at the end of the day, it is a game and it is about having fun and making gameplay, making moments, and a part of that fun is to allow people to make plays. Guys, in Overwatch 2, when was the last time you saw a Genji go really big with a blade? When was the last time you saw a Hanzo Grav, Grav Dragon combo pop up? When was the last time you saw any combo really do something where a support didn't just press E or shift or this or that and completely ruin your opportunity, right? Now, what does the supports in this game look like? Well, let me introduce you to, well, the supports. I have a little bit of scattered gameplay here and there. I didn't get the chance to play them properly yet, because surprisingly, support is really fun in this game, and most of the insta-locks I'm seeing are support players. There's so many Mantis players, so many Loki players. It's so surprising to me. So the supports in this game are a lot more about enabling aggression rather than trying to deny and slow down plays. Mantis is a pretty cool, like, character, because she can put people to sleep. So she does have a sleep dart, not gonna lie, but her entire kit is in something else entirely. Luna Snow is a character where, like, she's similar to Lucio in the sense of how her initial gameplay works and feels, but her entire kit works differently because she's all about increasing damage and increasing health. The entire philosophy behind the game is that, now, there's a support I didn't get to play yet, Rocket Raccoon, because again, like I said, a lot of the insta-locks are support players, so I haven't actually gotten the chance in the time I've been playing to even play support that much. I've played a little bit of Loki and I played a little bit of Luna Snow, so I will try to slide in that gameplay in the background, okay? And I will say that so far it feels like everybody has a fair opportunity to make a play, and even when it feels like that there's a character that can do something silly that seems broken, you'll be surprised as to how you can actually shut that play down if you're creative. For example, Hela's ultimate in this game, she yeets herself up into the sky and starts raining down hellfire. Well, look at this play over here. I was playing Doctor Strange, I saw her go up and I was like, oh, you are not going to be killing my teammates. Okay, I flew up there, I put up my Mandala's disc, and I started tanking the damage that she was throwing out, and my teammates were able to stay alive. Now, sadly, one teammate did kind of get caught, because I am playing all of this on 220 ping, and yeah, it is a little bit rough, not gonna lie. So the shield did drop lag out for a second, and then I was able to put it back up. But regardless, we actually won the game because I denied her the opportunity to make a play. And, you know, I denied her the opportunity to make a play by outplaying her properly and not just, you know, doing something that override her ability. Like, I positioned myself appropriately, I used my shield appropriately, I denied her sightline value, right? That's how it should be played. That's what even like old school Overwatch was about. So I highly implore you, I know like you as like a typical viewer, like the chances of you playing this alpha might be low. I will do my best to get some codes and give them away, but I highly implore you, give this game a chance. It's actually really good and not that bad. This game has done a lot of things right. Now, I've been praising a lot of things. What about the negative points? You might be like, Abby, you know, like, what about the negative points? I'm going to keep it real with you guys. There's really not that much bad stuff in this game outside of some heroes causing like memory leaks and performance issues. Like Doctor Strange is one of them. Like if you use his portal, it causes a lot of frame drops. It causes like memory leaks, like game crashes and things like that. But, you know, that's like, the game's in alpha. So this is the type of stuff you are meant to find and report and, you know, give as feedback. And hopefully, you know, from that point on, like, they do end up fixing it. But what I really appreciate is, for what it's worth, it's surprisingly well polished, to the point that I am kind of scratching my head and thinking, why is this not an open beta? Like, the game feels almost finished. Like, there's even a battle pass, there's a store with a bunch of skins already there. Like, I get that maybe they want to go really big with this game, right? And they did say that there's going to be multiple testing periods, you know, like this is the final alpha test, if I'm not mistaken, and they'll move into the beta. So we might have a closed beta, an open beta, and then the release of the game throughout the year. So, you know, they keep the game fresh in your mind. But not going to lie, the fact that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, well, look, they have a lot of characters already. And the fact, like, I believe it was leaked that they will have a grand total of 40 characters. We don't know when those characters will come, but the idea is that the game eventually will get 40 characters. There's a lot going into this game. There's a lot of love into this game. The voice acting is really good. There's interactions. There's map interactions. You can destroy the stuff in the map and use it to your advantage or create a disadvantage for somebody that might be hogging a high ground. Like, there's so much creative plays that I just keep getting wowed and wowed and wowed to the point where I'm just like, man, you know what? This is what a new game should look and feel like. You know, so again, the only thing this game genuinely needs to get right is the monetization. Polish the game in some areas. Like, I think the replay viewer could use a little bit more polish too. And I still can't believe that nobody's talking about the fact that this game has a functioning replay viewer in an alpha. Still cannot believe nobody's talking about that. But yeah, that is it, everybody. I think I covered pretty much everything. Cosmetics, store, characters. And okay, so yeah, the direct comparisons that people are making, that, you know, yes, of course, guys, like, obviously there are some characters that are clearly inspired from Overwatch, Paladins, a Smite, and all this type of stuff, right? However, for example, you have characters that are completely unique, like Iron Man and Spider-Man. They pretty much don't really share any similarities with, like, oh, well, this is clearly stolen from this character, that character. Like, if you really want to stretch and be stupid about it, like, oh, well, clearly Iron Man's Unibeam is Echo's Unibeam, like, that's just kind of dumb. Like, Iron Man was doing it first, and Echo also has a skin that pays tribute to Iron Man, so you can clearly see what Blizzard was thinking when they did make her. So again, my idea is that, yeah, of course, they, like, okay, so I will say this, like, for example, like Mantis, her sleep dart, like her sleep seed ability, that is for sure like inspired from Overwatch, right? You're gonna have this type of stuff even in Overwatch. Like, for example, like, Kiriko was so inspired by Jett from Valorant. Like, can we just, like, not, like, even her initial look and design and the way she's presented as a character and personality, it is literally Jett from Valorant. And everybody remembers the memes when Kiriko came out. Look, my point isn't about copy paste and things like that. Games are always out there inspiring each other, and I think that's fine, because if you're not vibing with Overwatch for one season, you can come and play, you know, some Valorant, you can play some Fortnite, you can play some Marvel Rivals. But it is a great time to be a gamer because there's just all these options for you to dig into now. So that's what I was like, you know what, like, I might start making content on Marvel Rivals, and, you know, I might do that like a little bit less compared to Overwatch, because anytime I feel like I'm getting burnt out on Overwatch, I might just jump on and play more Marvel Rivals. And anytime I feel like I'm getting burnt out on Marvel Rivals, I'll just jump on and play some Overwatch. And, you know, I play Fortnite and some other stuff on the side too. But hero shooters are kind of like my thing, and this game has done a great job in winning me over. Again, my only real criticism is, you know, I do think, like, locking a cosmetic in an alpha is a little bit silly. I get that they want to reward people that got in and give them something to, like, brag about and stuff. But I think the name card could have been enough. I don't think, like, the skin was necessary. But you know what? It's like a small thing. It's just a basic recolor. It's not even, like, legendary or anything like that. And, Wanda's going to get a lot of really cool skins. Like, let's be realistic. Like, when they start giving the MCU skins, Wanda's going to look fantastic in a lot of the MCU costumes. So I look forward to that. So outside of, like, some of the stuff here, the leveling on the Battle Pass feels really reasonable. The events and missions give you a lot of XP and a lot of currency. I really hope they maintain this, and I just really hope the only thing that can potentially ruin this game, because it is going to be a free-to-play game, the only thing that could potentially ruin this game is the monetization. And I sincerely hope and pray to God that, again, I know it's NetEase, and I know they're a mobile game company, but from what I do hear behind the scenes, I know a bunch of content creators from different communities and stuff, and they are telling me that, because I had a chat with them about some stuff, and I did group up with some of them to play and talk about the game. They did tell me that apparently Marvel is being a little bit strict, that we don't want this game to fail. Like, they are pouring their money, and the developers are pouring their heart out to genuinely making this game the best that it can be. So to any developer that may ever watch my Marvel Rivals video, great job, guys. You're doing a great job. I gave my constructive criticism, just iron out the replay viewer. Keep an eye on the store. I know you guys are gonna get a bit excited. The skins in here are just really lovely. Like, for anybody that wants to see what a genuine legendary skin looks like, this is a Star-Lord skin, so this is what normal Star-Lord looks like, and then this is what a legendary skin looks like, and it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. And again, the thing is, because this game is in third person, you actually get to see your skin. And look at this. This is their version of now this is the normal Storm. Okay, this is like the normal Storm skin, and then you got the 97 Storm, X-Men inspired skin, and it's just so nice. I love the colors. I love the way the cape looks and everything. It's just so cool, right? So even this, like this one for Doctor Strange, like this is a legendary skin. Is this what normal Doctor Strange looks like? By the way, like, he actually, when he charges up his magic and his dark energy, the back of his cape starts to give out a glow. I think you saw it in the gameplay. It was really cool. This is the God of Magic Doctor Strange, and it looks phenomenal. It just really, really looks nice. And again, you get to see these skins pretty much all the time when you're playing. So like I said, please don't let the monetization ruin this game, because otherwise this game is actually really good. And while it does share a bunch of similarities with other titles, some from Smite, some from Overwatch, well, a bunch from Overwatch, and even a bunch from like a few other games like Val and things like that, it does have like enough uniqueness. Like, I would say the game is about 70 to 80% unique, and only really 20% of stuff is pickpocketed out from other games. But in my opinion, this game just kind of does that better too, and that's probably because, they had the benefit of the fact that they could take their time before they presented this game. So, you know what, Marvel Rivals, you have my stamp of approval. Do not screw this up. Do not screw this up for Marvel. Do not screw this up. We need a genuine competitor to Overwatch, and I can see this game genuinely competing with it, because, trust me, while watching this game can look slow and a little bit odd, when you actually get into the game, play the characters, get a feel, it almost feels like you're genuinely really role-playing these characters. It feels so good, right? Because that's kind of like the hero fantasy. We've kind of lost the hero fantasy on some characters in Overwatch. We've lost the hero fantasy on some characters in Overwatch just because Blizzard's balance team is just all over the place. But in this game, they were able to maintain it on a lot of characters. Again, I look forward to seeing how they balance the game. I look forward to seeing the tournaments that are coming up. So, keep it up. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video and live streams that I'll be putting out very soon. So do subscribe and stick around for more. If you want to support the channel for free, just hit like. And if you want to support financially, super chat down below. See you in the next one.